Good morning, beautiful people. It's Aisha V here. Welcome back to Social Media Trends on the Weekend Show. Now, I'm going to start with my Did You Know? And like I said previously, we are still on the human body. Did you know that the brain can't feel pain? There are no pain receptors in the brain itself, but of course, there are some fats covering the brain. So, actually, you can have surgery being done and you may not actually feel any pain. Interesting, right? All right, straight next to our entertainment stories, I'm going to start with, of course, CNN. As you all know, the CNN did make a report on the Lekki shooting in Lagos that happened October 20th. Now, of course, there was lots of opinions and controversy on this report. Of course, the Minister of Information, Mr. Lai Mohammed, reacted to it, and this is what he said. Take a look at the video.
I must tell you that it reinforces the disinformation that is going round, and it is blatantly irresponsible and a poor piece of journalistic work by a reputable international news organization. CNN engaged in incredible sensationalism and did a good disservice to itself and to journalism. The first instance, CNN, which touted its report as an exclusive investigative report, sadly relied on the same videos that have been circulating on social media without verification. This is very serious, and CNN should be sanctioned for that.
Now, of course, there are many opinions on that. Like the minister said, they believe that CNN should be sanctioned. Let's look at some reactions from Twitter users. We have here from Bulami Bukati. He says, last February, Lai Mohammed cited CNN as a good example of why they want to get a loan of $500 million. Now he's condemning CNN for producing blatantly irresponsible and a poor piece of journalistic work. Was that what he wanted to fund with the $500 million? These people don't rate us. Now, let's look at another opinion. I think there's a reply to that particular tweet. And he said, this is from Shani. He says, the fact that they have a world-class studio the NTA wants to copy doesn't change the fact that they reported on Lekki incidents is false, misleading, and irresponsible of them. They should have done a proper investigation and not just accept the narrative of some of these social media as a fact. Now, I'm giving you two sides of the story because, of course, we do have people that feel that Minister of Information is actually wrong for sanctioning CNN, while we have those that believe that CNN didn't make a right report on the Lekki shooting and there was no investigation done. No new news or no real, or will I say no news, new was found. New news, yeah. Last reaction here, we have Femi Odaranti. He says, most of them are Nigerian made. We should please respect our country no matter what. God bless Nigeria. Now, I agree with this. God bless Nigeria. Hopefully, we are moving forward. I have an update on the ASU strike. As you know, the African Union of Universities have once again come out to say that they are not done with their strike and they will be not resuming school. But of course, the federal government gave them a few messages, said they should come out, they should have a meeting, and I'll give you the end results of that. But let's look at some reactions right quickly. We have here the official page of ASU, although I know you may have heard about the chairman saying they don't have a official Twitter page. But as we all know, Nigerians are going by this information here. Let me just give you a quick summary of what has been said on their Twitter page. They said the Ministry of Labor and Employment spokesman Charles Akpan disclosed in a text message on Wednesday that the dialogue with ASU leaders would hold at the minister's conference hall. Now, the key word there is text message. Another tweet here says the government said it had agreed to pay 30 billion naira earned academic allowance for the revitalization of the education sector, and was actually adding that the only outstanding issue was the disagreement over the payments platform. Another reaction we have here from ASU is, but ASU insisted that the government has not met its demands, noting that the resolution of the 8-month strike was not in sight. And there's so much controversy with this story. I mean, ASU, of course, they have not been paid their allowances. It's very hard to be going to work and not have your paid allowances. But of course, they have disrupted the education system in Nigeria. We've had students out of school for so long and nothing left to do. Another reaction here from them is the federal government has said it will resume meeting with the Academic Staff Union of Universities on Friday, which was November 20th, yesterday. Then we have here the Ministry of Labor and Employment disclosed this on Wednesday night. I have a tweet here as well that showed a text message that was sent to ASU, and they were not okay with that. Let's take a look at their reply. It says, we were invited via text message. We will not attend any meeting unless we are formally invited. ASU President Professor Biodu in an interview with Arise TV, which happened, which was possibly on Thursday evening. But of course, ASU decided to finally attend the meeting, and they have actually been given the rights appeal now, and they may possibly be ending their strike. We are still very unclear. This is also a report of ASU ending their strike, which they claimed was fake news, that their strike was still ongoing. The date dated there was November 18th, 2020. It is false. Let's look at some reactions right now from some of the Nigerian Twitter users. We have here from Omar Yasiga, as far as we parents are concerned, ASU is bad news. Destroyed our national universities and equally killing our children's dreams. Olabaje replies, let me get this right, Mr. Omar. So the federal government isn't bad news, but ASU is? When citizens don't understand reasons for a strike action, I think the first thing is to review the reasons for the strike before picking a side. ASU is fighting for both the parents and the students. Let me know about what you think about that. Another story here for our entertainment. As you know, P Square, their birthday was celebrated. When I say Peter and Paul Okoye, their birthday was celebrated on November 18th. And of course, Lola, who is Paul Okoye's wife, Peter Okoye's wife, she made a statement basically on her Instagram with a picture of both brothers, claiming that she would like them to resolve their differences and move on. Let's take a look at what she said exactly. This is from Lola. She says, to the twins at Peter P Square and I am King Rudy. Whether you like it or not, you are brothers. You are not only brothers, you are twins. I wish you both a very happy birthday. Life is short. Make the best of it. Respect and love should be sacrosanct. As we get older, we should realize that life is precious and time waits for no one. My 2 cents. Now, of course, Peter was not okay with this reaction. He actually went on to say, at the age of almost 50, you still think you can still be manipulative and always trying to be in control as usual. Well, I'm not there anymore. Jude is also there. To cut this statement short, he also mentioned at the end that she's very manipulative and you continue doing what you are doing. You don't cast finish already. No need to expose you. That's why I never said anything, because it's your family. Let your guilt deal with you. Now, many people want to know what's really going on with the two brothers. We want to know, what did Lola do? I mean, this is not the first time that she's being blamed for their own differences. It's possibly about the most, maybe I say fifth or maybe 100th time that she's being blamed. Let's take a look at some reactions. This is from Med Ikation. She says, now wow, 4 years without speaking to your brother, man. That's too extreme, please. This is from Nonso Jax. He says, Wizkid needs to teach some people how to not react to everything. He must be referring to the brother reacting to Lola's message. Another reaction here is they've been screaming about Lola being manipulative. This is from Blurpling. They've been screaming about Lola being manipulative all these years. Can they kuku tell us what she has done so the rest will die down? This matter is not a Nigerian matter. I mean, at this point, we have down below Awale here. He says she did not like the fact that Jude was their manager and talked to Mr. P into leaving. And then she comes on social media forming a good woman. Now, we're not really sure if that's what happened. But, of course, a little update on the story. Davido himself also mentioned or made a comment about the two brothers and how their friends attended 2 separate birthday parties. And, of course, one of the brothers clapped back. He said, you know what? That's none of your business. You shouldn't be involved in that. It's not your business, and don't have the audacity. Never again. Let's take a look at another story here. Blackface questions Two-Face on Benny's death. And this gets very interesting because many of you may not know who Benny is. But Benny is actually a former driver of the two boys that when they used to be in their group, apparently called Plantation Boys. Now, where this gets tricky is because apparently Blackface didn't have any contact with the driver, Benny. And he is actually dead right now. May his soul rest in peace. He's actually dead. And he's blasting Two-Face for basically stating, why didn't you tell the world? You didn't say anything. You didn't post it on your Instagram. You didn't put it on Twitter. I mean, how will we know Benny's dead? I'll give you a quick backstory on Benny. Apparently, when they were 2 in the band, the Plantation Boys, he actually the driver actually had helped them with their checks. They had a check they wanted to cash, and Benny was the hero for that day. They took them to about 5 different banks, and of course, that left a soft spot with the 2 men. So now he is late, and Blackface feels like Two-Face didn't say anything. But let's all ask, what did Blackface do as well? Did he let us know that Benny is also dead? Let's take a look at some reactions. This is from Akasberry. Is this guy life tied to Two-Face? Bikonu. I mean, at this point, it's like the 100th time that Blackface is calling out Two-Face for something that he did. I think he's very controversial as well. I mean, it may seem like Two-Face did not share the demise of Benny, but I'm sure he did with his family members. Here it says from Omega, informing you on to say waiting. To Babana Ministry of Information. We do have our Ministry of Information trending right now. If you do check your Twitter handles. Another reaction we have here. This is from Hush Benny. He says Two-Face single-handedly ruined this guy's career and nobody is saying anything about it. The princess basically replied and she says, when someone steals your idea, you can always think of something new. The guy decided to dwell in mourning one song while Two-Face went on to make more hit songs. The guy ruined his music career by himself. So one thing we can now acknowledge is the fact that maybe Two-Face had a role to play in what's happening to Blackface right now. I didn't say so. All right, next weekly we have another story with Wizkid where he basically joined A Day with Live on YouTube. Now that is something premium and it's not everybody that gets that chance, you know. So I'm going to show you a quick clip of what went on A Day in the Live of Wizkid.
And to celebrate the release of a deluxe version of my album Made in Lagos, I've teamed up with YouTube Originals to bring you guys some amazing content. I'm gonna be streaming live on YouTube for hours, and yes, I'm gonna be doing a 1-hour exclusive performance, and I'm gonna be coming out with some amazing surprises. So make sure you lock in and hang with my crew on the 19th of November. Love.
Now, trust me, I would love to show you more, especially with the fact that he was really very personal in this particular live session. He had his children around, he had many of his family members around, and he also had a live performance, basically, that people joined virtually because he was in the United Kingdom. I have some reactions here for you on YouTube of what some people had to say about the video. We have here Wizkid, you've never seen him before, A Day in the Life. This one's for everyone who's ever wondered what their favorite musician gets up to in a day. It's a 3-hour live stream service starring Wizkid, a full-on live interactive performance, and you won't find it anywhere else. Of course, you can see the picture there. He's having dinner. You can see here, he's actually dressing up for a show, I believe. And it says here, bad energy was it for me? Damn. Sleek back vocals and mad chorus right there. Nice one, Weezy. This is from Nolly Great Movies. Another comment from Kendra Baby. She says, you are here in 2030. I was here 10 years ago, and I still sound Weezy till death. Only one star boy. We have prayer from Much Ado. Does anyone notice how much everyone on set is enjoying themselves? They are so full of life. That is a comment from someone that was definitely watching the full 3-hour streaming live. We have here from Herbert Etel. People that said he doesn't spend time with his children. Hope you are seeing, oh. We love you, Wizkid. Like I had mentioned earlier, the video did definitely show lots of time, quality time with his children and family, of course. He had an exclusive interview with BBC Extra, and that was crazy. I loved it as well. So now, of course, I have the video of the week, and don't get too excited. I mean, if you are a children lover like I am, you will definitely love this video. My name is Aisha V. Thank you for staying with me on Social Media Trends on The Weekend Show. Please don't forget to follow us on our Twitter and Instagram handles at The Weekend Show NG, and follow me on Instagram at Aisha V. See you next week.
Yeah? How did you climb there, Annabelle?
I'm pushing.
God,